Do you think Kaizer Chiefs has given him enough tools to succeed, or are they setting him up for failure? So far, Kaizer Chiefs has spent less than 20 million. Do you want to bring in more players when you are already 10 points below Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns? This is basically the same team. You're only bringing in 3 new faces in a team that finished 9th in the league. Invest for success or budget for failure. We are budgeting for failure while other teams are investing for success. They made over 300 million. That's incredible business. Because Chiefs makes the most revenue in terms of merchandise sales, ticket sales, broadcasting rights, and sponsorships. Mamelodi Sundowns are willing to spend their money, whereas Kaizer Chiefs don't want to spend their money. In what world do you sell Yusuf Mark for 15 million but refuse to pay 9 million for Faisal Salom? We were never interested in Munyane. We were never interested in Paseka Mark. We were never interested in Ethan Chisler. We go for free agents. We go for average players. Welcome to the Chiefs Arena. Today I want us to talk about how the management is failing the team. I want us to talk about this transfer window. Make sure to like the video, get your thoughts in the comment section, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. So this was supposed to be a big transfer window. We finished 9th last season, and that was the 2nd consecutive season we finished 9th. We were horrible in the league. We put in a new manager, and by the way, I'm not really a big fan of Nabi. I'm against some of his decisions and the way he does some of the things. But let's be honest, the guy came in and did something all Steve Compella, Giovanni Solinas, Ernest Miendorp, Kevin Hunt, Stuart Baxter in his 2nd stint, Atazwane, Mulifenseki, Kevin Johnson all failed to do, which was to bring silverware. He did that in his 1st season. He proved that he can win. And he came out on a public platform and said he needs the tools to succeed. But do you think Kaizer Chiefs has given him enough tools to succeed, or are they setting him up for failure? I personally think they are setting him up for failure. We are only days away before the season kicks off. The season kicks off on Saturday with the MTN 8. We play our first game of the league next week, Sunday. That means we only have less than 10 days before our season gets underway. And so far, Kaizer Chiefs has spent less than 20 million. We have signed Chaviso Mnyane for free, Paseka Marco for free, Ganyiso Shinga for 4 million, Specific Ndlovu for 5 million, Ethan Chislet for free, Flavio Silva undisclosed. Okay, you may say the transfer window only closes towards the end of September. Nabi himself and Jessica Mtau have said Chiefs are still going to bring in more players. But do you want to bring in more players when you are already 10 points below Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns? You should get all your players now. You should get all your players in the preseason. You should have all your players in. I look at our squad on paper, it's still average. With these signings, this is the potential starting 11. Peterson in goals, Munyane on the right, Shinga on the left, Eden McCarthy on the left centre back with Dotling, not yet fit. Inacio Miguel, right centre back, Mchechwa, Cele, Ngobo, Lilepo on the right, Modi on the left, Flavio Silva. Mate, this is basically the same team. We are only bringing in 3 new faces in a team that finished 9th in the league, in a team that only won 8 games out of 28. And do you think that is going to improve us? Look at Orlando Pirates. They've been a better team than us in the last 5 years. They finished 2nd last season, reached the semi-finals of the CAF Champions League. They won the MTN 8, but they signed 11 players. 11 players. They brought in one of the best players in the league over the last 2 seasons in Oswina Police. They brought in two of the best performing wingers last season, Kamohelo Sibilibili and Tshepang Moremi. They brought in one of the most gifted players in South Africa, Sipho Mbule. They brought in one of the most performing midfielders last season in Namdajela. They brought in Siema, while they still have Kosnachi Sibisi, who by the way won the defender of the season. They had the likes of Nda, Sesane, and Bogas. Teams are moving. Look at Sundowns. So far, they've only brought in Pasadin, but Sundowns, I quality side. Even with no signing, Sundowns are still gonna win the league. That's how good they are. There's too much quality in their team. So teams that are already ahead of us are doing better business than us. You know, I heard this somewhere. Someone said, you invest for success or budget for failure. We are budgeting for failure while other teams are investing for success. We are always ripping the piece out of Mamelodi Sundowns, mocking them, saying they spend 100 million only to win the league. Well, they've just made over 300 million last season from playing in the Club World Cup, reaching the finals of the CAF Champions League, winning the Betway Premiership, and reaching the finals of the Carling Cup and whatever. They made over 300 million. That's incredible business. Then there's my team, who plays victim in every transfer window. Recently, Jessica Mutaung came out and complained about the market, saying the market is unfair, what. But, mate, the reality is the market has changed everywhere. Go to Europe and see how 100 million is becoming a normal price tag. It's more than football. Money plays a very, very big role in terms of a team's success. It's almost impossible now for a team to succeed without financial backing. Gone are those days where you'd find a quality player for around 2 million, 3 million. Times have changed. You just have to move on. And the players who complain about being expensive, Mamelodi Sundowns ends up buying them. And don't tell me it's Dr. Prentice Motsepe's money, because Chiefs makes the most revenue in terms of merchandise sales, ticket sales, broadcasting rights, and sponsorships. So don't you dare tell me Kaizer Chiefs can't afford those players. The only difference here is that Mamelodi Sundowns are willing to spend their money, whereas Kaizer Chiefs don't want to spend their money. I mean, tell me, in what world do you sell Yusuf Mart for 15 million but refuse to pay 9 million for Faisal Salum? It makes no sense. Nabi is being set up for failure here. We haven't signed a goalkeeper. We had a goalkeeper crisis last season. We're linked with Nwabali and Lina. We got no one. Our first choice, one of our top signings were Pasadin, Chabang Machuludi, Faisal Salum, Fiston Mayele, Tshepang Moremi at some point, Sibilibili at some point, and we got no one. All of the players we signed were all of the signings were out of nowhere signings. Not to say they are not good players or what, but they were never our top priority. And that's not how you do business, mate. We were never interested in Munyane in May. We were never interested in Paseka Mako. We were never interested in Ethan Chislet. Almost all these players, we were never interested on them. They were out of nowhere signings. But you expect them to succeed. You expect the manager to do magic. You know, if I was to predict right now where we are going to finish in the league, I'd say the best is 5th. And that's even assuming we improve massively. Because this is basically the same team. So Nabi is being backed only on the media. But in reality, he's being set up for failure. These people need to wake up. We've been doing this every year recently. We go for free agents. We go for average players. We've made no big signing in this transfer window. No big signing. And we want to go back to the top. Want to bring back the glory days. With how their management is running this team, it's not happening, mate. Get your thoughts in down on the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.